Hey there, Gemini, and welcome back to Unicorn Tarot. This is going to be a reading for May 12th through May 26th, 2022, and we're going to take a look at your past, your present, and your near future energies. Did you guys just see that gnat that just flew on the table? We're going to take a look at your past, your present, and your near future energies. If you would like to book a personal reading, all the information about how to do that is in the description box below. I'm getting a little playa vibe from you here. Like, I couldn't give a fuck type of energy. Interesting. Okay, we like this. All right. So, Gemini, the main energy is the Wheel of Fortune. There's definitely a shift and a change happening here for you, and we can see it quite clearly. Now, I feel like for most of you, this reading has to do with a relationship, a connection that you have with somebody else. For some of you, it may just be something that you're very passionate about, like your job or a hobby, could be a friend. But I am getting romance here. So, in the recent past, you get the 10 of Cups, 4 of Cups, Knight of Wands. Somebody's coming in with an offer, and you're just like, no thanks, buddy. See ya. You're like, I'm happy where I'm at. I'm very good. I'm emotionally fulfilled. I'm emotionally balanced. I'm doing my own thing. Like, you know, whatever lights me up, whatever direction the wind takes me, whatever I feel passionate about, that's what I'm going to do. And I see somebody coming in here in the recent past with an offer and being like, hey, Gemini, let's do this. Let's do that, right? We'll see what this offer is about when we clarify. And you're just kind of like, no, I'm okay. I'm good. No, thank you. Well, in the current situation, you get the Queen of Swords, 8 of Cups, 6 of Wands. You are emotionally closed off. You're emotionally disconnected and disconnecting from something or someone which really no longer serves you. You're showing me that whatever this is, whatever direction this is, your heart is closed off in that person's direction. I do feel like it's a person. It's almost like you're not settling anymore. You're not attaching yourself emotionally to something or someone which doesn't emotionally fulfill you, which doesn't meet your needs. You're like, my heart, not in this anymore. And that makes you feel very good. It's almost like you were able to finally achieve this. It's like you've been trying possibly to get over this person or disconnect from them. And in the current situation, you're doing that. You're finally reaching a place of, I'm good. In the near future, you get the Judgment, the 5 of Wands, and the 10 of Swords. You're making a decision to put an end to this. You're just like done. There may have been a situation with this person where there was a lot of back and forth. Will we, won't we? We can talk about this. Maybe we can resolve this. Maybe we can get back together. Maybe we won't get back together. Lots and lots of back and forth. And in the near future, you're showing me here, enough with this back and forth, enough with this conflict, enough with this indecision. No, I'm the one that's taking the reins. I'm the one that's deciding to put an end to all of this. Very decisive energy. And I do feel like you're finally in a position where you're the one taking control. Because I feel like this person had not the control. I didn't ask the question in spirit. Not the control, but this person was the one which was kind of navigating how this would go, what would happen. And I feel like you kind of flipped the script on them. So let's take a look. Let's clarify the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, okay. Alrighty. For the Wheel of Fortune, you get the King of Swords, which is you. I don't assign gender to my cards. Page of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles. You're coming to an understanding here. I see you and this person. And again, it could be a friend. It could be a romantic partner where you guys are broken up and this is now them or you trying to work on things and trying to like rekindle that and kind of rebuild that solid foundation. It's almost like there's a shift happening here where you're realizing something, you're understanding something where you're like, maybe I don't want to invest in this anymore. Maybe it doesn't make sense for me to emotionally connect myself to this, to be attached to this. But it's almost, again, like I said, up until this point, the energy was going one way between you and this person, and then you're flipping the script on them now. You're like, no, I'm not playing your game anymore, buddy. This is really very decisive energy. It's kind of like you were the mouse and they were the cat chasing you. I'm sorry, vice versa. You were the cat, they were the mouse, you were chasing them. And it's all of a sudden you kind of realize, you're like, wait a minute, why am I doing this? And you're just kind of like walking away. But let's clarify. Let's take a look at your recent past. I want to clarify the 10 of Cups for you in the recent past. Ten of Cups is clarified by the Queen of Pentacles, 2 of Swords, 3 of Wands. I feel like you're in a place right now at least you were in the recent past, where you were very happy, you were very stable, you were very focused on yourself, you were taking care of yourself, you were nurturing yourself, you were really focused on your own growth, your own stability. And that brought you a lot of happiness. However, there was something or someone where you were emotionally detached. You were like, you know what, overall, like 90% of my life is going really, really well. Everything's great. I'm happy. I'm good. There's this one area in my life where I don't really know what to do. I'm a little bit confused. I can't make a decision. And so I'm just going to kind of like close my eyes and pretend like it doesn't exist, right? Like I'm not looking in that direction. And in the meantime, you're just kind of waiting. The reason you're not looking, the reason you're not focusing your energy on that is because you need more time. You need more time to figure out what to do. You needed more time to make a decision. You kind of also wanted to see how things would play out. And so I see you kind of just being like, you know what, I'm going to do my own thing and I'm good with that. This little elephant that I don't want to deal with, this person, this connection, we'll give it some time. Let's see what happens. Let's take a look at the Four of Cups for you in the recent past. Four of Cups is clarified by the Hanged Man, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. Yeah, I feel like somebody did want to come in here and make an offer. Offer you this new beginning in love. Be like, hey, Gemini, let's start over. Let's start fresh. Let's have a brand new beginning. And they are coming from a very loving place. However, this person has the desire to reach out to you, or had, because this is in your recent past, had the desire to reach out. They had the desire to make this offer to you, but they didn't. They were taking their sweet, sweet time. You may be dealing with an earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn, but this is somebody that is very good at dragging their feet, really, really taking their time. It's like they feel like they want to do this. They feel like they want to reach out. They feel like they want to have this new beginning with you, and then they just stop themselves. They're like, no, let's take more time. No, let's wait a little bit longer. And again, this could be your energy. This could be your person's energy. Take the energies as they resonate. Let's take a look at the Knight of Wands in your recent past. The Knight of Wands is clarified by the Stars, Six of Cups, Four of Wands. Somebody here is very, very passionate about you. They're very drawn to you. They're very attracted to you. And they do have a desire to heal whatever happened between the two of you. This is like their deep, deep desire, right? If I was to ask their higher self and be like, hey, what do you want? This person is something like them having this connection back in their life. It's like their ultimate dream. And they're showing me here, and again, this could be your energy too, although I don't feel like it is. They're acknowledging like this is a soul connection. They get the Four of Wands next to the Six of Cups. This is a soul connection. This is a divine connection. This is like one of those like true love soulmate type situations. This is how they view it. And they do want it. Their higher self really does desire it. However, I feel like whoever this person is, they're not very consistent. It's like one day they're like, oh my gosh, I can't live without Gemini. I need Gemini in my life. The next day they're like, you know what? Let me take some more time. Let me take some space for myself. Let me figure things out. And so this person is kind of very like fickle, very in and out. Like one day they're super hot, the next day they're super cold. And again, could also be you, Gemini. Let's take a look at the current situation. I want to see what the Queen of Swords is for you in the current situation. Queen of Swords is clarified by the Eight of Cups, which you get again in the current situation. The Knight of Swords, the Chariot. Yeah, somebody here is just not emotionally connected to this anymore. Somebody's just emotionally detached. And not only are they emotionally detached, they're also in the process of moving away from this. They're kind of like, you know what? This is no longer serving me. I'm not settling for this anymore. Like, this is not filling my needs. Why am I feeling still tied up to this? Why am I even emotionally investing in whatever this is? So whoever this person is, you or them, they're closing off. They're taking their feelings out of the equation, and their heart is really, really closed off to this whole situation. Let's take a look at the Eight of Cups. I feel like this is you, where you're kind of like, this other person's like, I want Gemini, I need Gemini. And you're just kind of like, you know what? I'm over this, man. I am over this. The Eight of Cups is clarified by the Tower, the Nine of Swords, and the Emperor. So whoever's emotionally disconnecting here, it's not easy for them, right? It's not easy for them. This is very difficult for them. They almost feel like everything around them is crumbling down because up until this point, like I said, you and this person had a specific dynamic. Your relationship went a certain way. You interacted a certain way. Maybe you had this notion like, okay, we're going to work this out. We're going to figure this out. This person's going to come back. And now in the current situation, you're showing me like, I just need to walk away. Like, I need to let this whole relationship, this whole foundation just crumble. And it's stressing you out. It's not like this is easy for you. I do see pain here. I do see anxiety, but I also see you being very decisive and very confident in your decision. It's like you're feeling like, even though this decision is difficult and it's not easy for you, you're still in a very stable and confident position. Like, you feel in control and like, this is what I need to do. This is the right thing for me to do. Let's take a look at the Six of Wands in the current situation. Wow. Six of Wands is clarified by the Eight of Pentacles, Six of Wands again, Ten of Cups. You're feeling very accomplished, very successful, very much like, I did it. I'm able to get to that place. Now, this could be that you figured out a way to make something work. Now, it could be that you're working with this person, although I don't feel like that's the case. I feel like you're kind of like, you know what? I don't want this person back. I'm done with it. I'm working on myself, my happiness, my success, my achievements, my recognition, my victories, right? Me, and it's all unfolding in a very, very beautiful way. So it's like, once you emotionally detach from this, once you walk away from this, despite the fact that it's very, very difficult for you, you're showing me like, things are working out for me. Things are working out in my favor, and I'm feeling very good and very emotionally fulfilled and happy here. This is beautiful. Let's take a look at the Judgment in the near future for you. The Judgment is clarified by the King of Wands, the Five of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles. Somebody here is putting up a front of, I'm confident, I'm good. I don't feel like this is you though, especially if you're dealing with a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. I feel like this is their energy, where they made this decision like, okay, you know what? Fine. You don't want to work on things. You want to walk away? Cool. I don't want to work on things either. I don't want this either. I feel fine. I feel amazing. If you were to look at them and ask them like, hey, how do you feel about this? He's like, or whoever this person is, they're like, no, I'm good. It's fine. Whatever. I don't care. I'm not bothered by this. Yada, yada, yada. Somebody here is putting up a front though, because deep, deep down, this person is experiencing a very, very painful loss. They're having a very, very hard time dealing with this loss. This hurts them. This is not fun for them. And so even though they're putting up a front of everything's fine and I'm good and, you know, this doesn't faze me, they're full of shit. They really are. This is all a facade. This is all them lying to you and lying to themselves a little bit too, because I feel like their ego cannot handle the fact that you're not interested anymore. Let's take a look at the Five of Wands in the near future for you. Five of Wands is clarified by the Devil, the Nine of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune. So what I'm getting here is that when it comes to whatever this conflict is, somebody is viewing it in a very distorted way, okay? It's like up until this point, you may have viewed this conflict as something that was necessary, something that was keeping the relationship alive. It's almost like there's a disagreement between you and this person, or there's some conflict or something like that, where you're looking at it and you're like, okay, it's that. It's something very negative. It's something that's not good for me. Like, you know, I really don't know if this is the right decision. You're looking at it that way, and then it shifts. It's like it goes, it's kind of like, how do I explain this? The energy that I'm getting is like, you look at something or someone and you're like, yeah, that's really not good for me. That's really not healthy for me. And you're very conflicted about it. And then the smoke kind of clears and something happens and you're like, wait a minute, that's not bad for me. It's not good for me. It's actually very good for me. It's very emotionally balancing. I don't know what this is, but it's showing up as something or someone where you were very conflicted. You were very unsure about them because you thought that they probably weren't necessarily a good thing for you. They weren't healthy for you, but that view was distorted for some reason. And that view is now shifting from, this is no good for me, into, this is actually very emotionally stable and emotionally balanced. I don't know what this is. Could be a job, could be a person, but you would know. Let's take a look at the Ten of Swords for you in the near future. Ten of Swords is clarified by the Fool, the Queen of Cups, the Seven of Wands. Something that ended very, very painfully, it seems like it's coming back. I don't know if it's this person. I don't know if it's a different person, because I do feel like you're dealing with either two exes, or you're dealing with one person that's like, okay, you know, whatever, this isn't working out. And then they kind of come back and they're like, oh man, I fucked up real bad. Like, I realized I messed up. But what I'm seeing here is something here ended at some point. It was very painful and it was very difficult for you. with this ending, it's like it's kind of starting from scratch. It's like everything ended, the tower came crumbling down, everything settled, and then it's like a phoenix rising from the ashes again. And this phoenix has to do with somebody that you have a lot of love for, but they also have a lot of love for you. And so whoever, whatever ended, in the near future, it seems like it's kind of coming back, like it's resurrecting almost, like a phoenix rising from the ashes. Because there's love there. You still have love and they still have love. You're defensive though. You're showing me here like, yes, I see this beautiful phoenix. I'm accepting it. I feel it. I'm allowing it. But I'm not going to just jump in with both feet. I got my guard up a little bit. Like I know I need to protect myself somehow when it comes to whatever this is. Yeah, that took a turn. Okay. Let's close off your reading and see what the universe has for you. Yep. From the universe, you get the moon, the page of cups, the 6 of wands. You don't see this coming. You don't see this coming, this revival. It's almost like right now, what you're showing me is you're completely certain that this is done. You're like, this is over, this is done. And if I were to even push you and be like, Gemini, could this possibly come back? You'd be like, absolutely not. There's no way. There's no way. Like, you're 100% certain that there's no way this is coming back. Love is coming back in for you. There's a revival. There's kind of like a little spark, which you don't even see. You're like, yeah, that little spark is going to die out and it's going to be put out. There's a little spark of love here that somebody has for you or that you have for somebody, which you don't see it turning into this full-on bonfire. But definitely is in the near future. So Gemini, that is what I have for you. I hope this reading helped. I hope you made it until the very end because that was quite a turn. If you'd like to book a personal reading, all the information about how to do so is in the description box. And if it did resonate, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And I will see you here next week. Bye, Gemini.